Your move.
What is going on, you guys? Bastion YGO here, and today finally we're coming at you with the Libromancer deck profile from the first round feature match at YCS Hartford, piloted again by MBT. So we have Darth Nash to actually thank for this, so thank you so much, Darth Nash. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and do so. I'm going to leave a link in the description, but it looks like it might be MBT's friend or whatever it might be. So he finally did the deck profile, with something that we've all been waiting for. It's probably been the most requested profile on the channel for the past few days, but it's finally up. It was up about a day ago, but again, I have work, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get it done. But anyway, we have it now, and honestly, this deck is the overall strategy of the deck. I thought it looked a lot more complex when he was actually playing it on the stream. Also, most likely because I wasn't too well aware of what the actual deck did. But now that I see it actually in action, I've play tested with it a few times as well. I'm seeing a lot more of the overall strategy behind the thought process of it. So realistically, going first, you're obviously trying to make the Vanity's Ruler along with a Lingeribo. So Lingeribo has a really cool effect where if your opponent activates a trap card, you can tribute this card and negate that effect. So it protects your Vanity's Ruler from getting impermed, which is really important, essentially. So this is going to be your main win condition as far as going first goes. Going second, that's why you play a lot of these extra deck cards as well, like the Charmers, to give you an extra bit of advantage. Now, he did not have the side deck, unfortunately, so he said in the video. He did also mention that he played a few extra copies of Mystic Minds, and I believe he played a few Diviners as well for going second, but don't quote me on that one just yet. But I'll also go ahead and leave a link in the description if you want to go ahead and see his actual thought process and explanation of all the cards in his profile as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and go through the card by card. So first, start off with the monsters, guys. Start off with 3 Libromancer Fire, double Geek Boy, and then 1 Libromancer Agent. Seems to be pretty standard as far as the ratios for the Libromancer cards. Even the ritual spell, you're only playing 1 Libromancer, so it's kind of odd to call this a Libromancer deck when it's only in 7 cards. Yeah, I would think I would define this more as adventure ritual. Since you are playing Benton, you are also playing the White Exalted of Dogmatica, or White Relic of Dogmatica, which I'll get to in just a little bit. Besides that, he does play, of course, the Adventure package, so 3 Water Enchantress, 1 Griffin Rider, of course, the Vanity's Ruler, the Magician's Souls, and Illusion of Chaos. The 1 Libromancer Doombroker, double Benton. Benton is an amazing card. Just being able to constantly just abuse it. The fact Konami put it to 2, I think they really wanted to do something with rituals moving forward. Could potentially go to 3. I don't know. It depends how much they want to go ahead and sell the Libromancers, because the Libromancers themselves don't do too much on their own, but they're a fantastic facilitator for the overall deck itself, and it has a nice interruption as well. Being able to go ahead and search out your intervention, which is another form of interruption on your opponent's turn. It pretty much just facilitates the whole summoning Vanity's Ruler while still having a lot more protection as well on your board, because you don't have a normal summon in your entire deck except for, of course, the Vanity's Ruler. And then for the last monster in the main deck, we are playing MBT played the White Relic of Dogmatica, which actually is like a mini Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. If you guys have not seen that card, essentially whenever a monster special summons from your opponent's extra deck, except during the damage step, you can look through your opponent's extra deck and send 1 monster from it to the graveyard. So this is amazing to go counter decks that are link climbing, things like that. So you can go ahead and if they I don't know, make a Lingeribo or whatever it might be, perfect, activate the effect, go ahead and look through your deck, and if they have like a Happy Firebrax or an Access Code Talker, any problematic card that they might have in the extra, you can just go ahead and get rid of it. So I think there's a lot of advantage to playing this card as well in the Libromancer deck, just because it's so easily searchable out within your Servant. Gains you so much more advantage, and it really puts your opponent in a bind if they're really relying on one specific extra deck card. So really cool tech. I absolutely love the idea behind it, but without further ado, let's go ahead and go to the spells. So for the spells, guys, he played 3 Libromancer first appearance. Honestly, this field spell is absolutely nuts. So on activation, adds a Libromancer monster from your deck to your hand. with a different name than cards you currently control, which is fine. I mean, you're pretty much going to activate this at the very beginning of your turn, so normally you won't control a damn thing. So this also allows you to ritual summon as well. So it's not only your field spell, it's a search for the deck, it's your field spell, so it doesn't take up any spell and trap card zones, and it's also your ritual spell for Libromancer. So that's really cool as well to see. I believe Libromancer also has another ritual spell, but it's only for more specifically just Libromancer decks. So we'll leave that to the side for now. Next, 3 emergency teleport, pretty much to tune out your Geek Boy as well. I thought he was going to play some Ghost Ogre, so I just have a few more emergency teleport targets in the event that you know, you can go through all of them and then you don't have a dead E-Tele in your hand. But that was just my personal opinion, or at least what I thought he was going to do. He did not. Then he played 3 Pot of Prosperity as well. Again, just consistency is a big issue with this deck, as he stated as well in the deck profile. There's sometimes you just have unplayable hands, and really Pot of Prosperity can go a long way as to helping you unbrick. 3 Preparation of Rites. Enough said, card's broken. For ritual decks anyway. 1 Terraforming, 1 of the Libromancer Intervention, 1 what's this card called again? Mystic Mine? I keep saying Spell Mining Cave, and I'm like, I know that's not correct. Then 1 Draco Back, 1 Journey of Destiny, 3 Rite of Eremgir, 1 Called by the Grave, and double Knitter Your Servant. So I'm assuming he also played a few hand traps in the side deck as well, potentially for going second, since there are 0 hand traps in the entire deck. So something that he might potentially put in the side deck along with the additional copies of Mystic Mine, and potentially some Diviners to the Herald as well, if you want to go ahead and try to decode or how do I say this? Deconstruct his side deck. So I saw some food for thought there as well. That's going to be for the main deck, guys. 40 card main deck, and he also played 1 Elder Entity Ints, 1 Baron de Fleur, double Herald of the Arclight, 1 Access Code Talker, 1 Decode Talker Heat Soul, which is a phenomenal card. I actually have this as well. I just picked this up last week, so I'm looking to see what nutty things I can do with this card. Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Phoenix, the Charmer Sisters. 1 Generator Transverser. So it says it's pretty much another way to protect your Vanity's Ruler, but he did say he was going to change it out for another card. I believe he said he was going to play the Underworld Goddess. So that's actually a really popular card nowadays. At least in the current format, just being able to link off your opponent's monster. So that's going to be really good if you want to go ahead and try that out as well in your build. 1 Security Dragon, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Lingaribo, and 1 Link Karibo. So Lingaribo is probably going to be the stronger of the 2. Lingaribo essentially what it allows you to do is, I believe I said this earlier in the video, but when your opponent activates a trap card, you contribute it to negate that card's effect. So again, really strong in preventing your Vanity's Ruler from getting imperm, because once that gets imperm and the effect's negated, well, your opponent can go clean off, and it pretty much ruins your strategy. Like I said before, guys, unfortunately we do not have the side deck, but overall this is really exciting to finally be able to go ahead and have the list for the Libromancer. Again, thank you so much for Dark Nash for being able to go ahead and sit down with MBT and go over all of his entire deck list for us. I know it's something that everyone on the channel wanted to see, everyone in the world wanted to see, essentially, who saw that match. Just to see some viability for Libromancer. He did say he also went X2 at day 1, so that's actually really good for what I thought this deck could initially do. I don't know if you guys see my Before You Buy Libromancer video that I did. I believe I did that one a few months ago, back in February potentially, or March. But I completely roasted in this deck because I just didn't think it would do anything, to be perfectly honest with you. But overall, big shout out to MBT. Great job, man, being able to go ahead and represent the more roguish decks out there. So again, great job. I'm really excited to go ahead and try this deck out online a little bit more, and maybe we'll be able to find some new combo lines to make Libromancers even more broken as well. But if you guys did enjoy, go ahead and leave a like down below, comment down below how you guys are playing Libromancers. Are you going to play the more adventure build, or are you guys going to play the more punk build as well, which is another very popular version to go ahead and play this deck. But again, let me know which version you guys like down below, subscribe for more, and I'll go and see you guys in the next one.